Hello. So here we'll be seeing how to solve the fractional expressions. Here we have taken an example where we have 7 by 8 plus minus 5 by 6 whole multiplied with minus 2 by 3. Now first thing we have to see is the content of curly bracket. The small brackets have been given just to make the fractions look distinct. Okay, so first thing we will have to solve is this expression which I have highlighted in blue. So what we observe that two fractions are being added. Now we know that when two fractions are being added or subtracted, we have to proceed through the process of taking LCM of the denominator. Two fractions can be added or subtracted until and unless they have the same denominator. So what we have in the denominator is 8 and 6. So our first step will be to find the LCM of 8 and 6. Okay, so we find the multiples of 8, we find the multiples of 6, and what we find, the first thing coming in common is 24. 8 multiplied by 3 gives 24, 6 multiplied by 4 gives 24. So LCM of 8 and 6 is 24. Now what our next step will be is to multiply the fraction 7 by 8 in such a way so that denominator comes 24. So let me write the step. We have 7 by 8. Now we have to multiply it with a fraction so that denominator is 24. So 8 when multiplied by 3 gives 24. So we have to multiply 3 by 3. Okay, next thing we will write plus. Next our fraction is minus 5 by 6. Now we have to make the denominator is equal to 24. So what we are going to multiply it with? We will multiply the number with 4 by 4, because we observe in the denominator when 6 is multiplied with 4, the result will be 24. Let's close the bracket and write the content outside the bracket, that is minus 2 by 3. Okay, now we have a case of multiplication here. So numerator multiplied with numerator, what we get is 7 multiplied by 3 is 21 divided by denominator multiplied with denominator gives 8 into 3, that is 24. Then we have a plus sign. After that we have again the case of multiplication. So numerator multiplied with numerator. So minus 5 multiplied with 4 gives you minus 20 divided by denominator multiplied denominator. 6 into 4 will give you 24. Let's close the bracket and write the content outside the bracket, that is minus 2 divided by 3. So what will be our next step? Now we see that within curly bracket we are left with expression where two fractions are being added. We have to add 21 by 24 plus minus 20 by 24. We have already made the denominator same, both are 24, so we can directly do the operation of numerator. So please observe how I am writing the next step. I am putting on the curly brackets. I am writing 21. Now see, 21 should be added with minus 20. Now we remember when a plus sign and a minus sign comes face to face, the resultant is a minus sign. So this plus and this minus will vanish, and what will be left with a minus sign. So ultimately what we have to do, we have to do 21 minus 20. So 21 minus 20 will give you the answer 1, and the denominator will remain as it is, that is 24. And let's write the content outside the bracket, that is minus 2 by 3. Okay, now we have reached a step where we are simply faced with a multiplication. So in multiplication there is no trouble, we multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So considering numerator 1 multiplied with minus 2 will give you minus 2, and in the denominator you will have 24 multiplied with 3, which is equal to 72. So this is the final answer, minus 2 by 72. You can look at it again and you can get the steps